On the 17th of March, I uploaded a video saying I had platinumed the worst Need for Speed and it was bad. News did not like that. The video was about a 2015 Need for Speed and I was going over the poor servers and the poor storyline. As soon as it was posted, even though it's my most viewed video, I was getting comments saying it must be high, payback is the worst one. How is this video not about payback? Not really the worst Need for Speed. Well, I think the worst was simply payback. Well, that surely leads me to now. We'll have to platinum payback to find out if it's really the worst Need for Speed in the series. Payback comes in at a 5 out of 10 difficulty, a 1 playthrough and 50 hours to complete. 54 trophies altogether to get the platinum, including the platinum. But before we jump into this, make sure you like and subscribe, as well as let me know down below in the comments what games you want to see next. Into the game, we started the prologue, where we get an introduction into the players that we are playing as. We're playing as 3 characters altogether, and first of all is Tyler. He's the one that does all the street racing and the drag racing. Next up is Mac. He does all the drifting and the off-road racing. And last of all is Jess. He does all the bodywork and the protection work. First and foremost thing to do is a heist. The plan to steal this Koenigsegg, take it away from a gambler, but it doesn't turn out exactly how we planned. Lena double crosses us and calls the police on us, taking the car for ourselves. After that, we got a trophy for completing the prologue, but also leads us to becoming a chauffeur for the gambler. It was either that or go to jail. Tyler hatches a plan behind the gambler's back to go after Lena himself, but after winning a few races and taking some money out of the house's pocket, he soon finds out that he can't do this alone. So he gets a crew back together and hatches a plan to bring down Lena as well as the house. The corrupt gang has been taking over the racing in the city. The plan is to beat every crew in the city to qualify for the Outlaw Rush, the big race, the end of the story. We've got 2 gangs to start off with. First of all, Graveyard Shift, who specialise in street racing, as well as the 73 League, who specialise in off-road racing. After finding out the plan, we do get another trophy for reassembling the crew. The principle of this game is pretty simple as well as boring. Pretty much, you play against a few crews each time to come up with a big finale mission. You do that 4 or 5 times, repeat and rinse, and that's the full game. We start off with a Graveyard Shift. And whilst competing in our first race with said crew, we ended up winning it and getting the trophy, spread the word for winning our first event with a street league. Also during that first race, we ended up leveling up to level 2, getting us another trophy, Training Wheels Off. Whilst also competing against the Graveyard Shift, we ended up completing another trophy called Friendly Competition for beating our first Autolog recommendation. In Payback, there is also daily challenges. And for completing our first daily challenge, we got another trophy, a daily a day. I don't know what the challenge was, but we take one. That brings us to the last race for the Graveyard Shifts. Beating most of the leaders of the crews in the game, we get a trophy. For this one, we get the trophy La Catrinha. I butchered that pronunciation, I know, but I'm Scottish. Give me a break. Beating the Graveyard Shifts leads us to the League 73. Same protocol, winning 4 races this time, defeating the boss gets us another trophy. After completing all 4 races, we get the trophy Undo Wrath. Beating 2 of the crews leads us to our first chapter finale mission. This one is us planning to get a Koenigsegg back for the gambler, straight off a linear. Planned to take it right out the truck, but the house are moving. Myself and Jess go straight after the truck, plan to steal it right out the back. We go after the truck, we take out its protectors, the house. After that, Jess does best impression of Fast and Furious and steals the Koenigsegg right out the back of the truck. Bring it back to Rav's and we complete the mission. After mission completion, we get a trophy, We Got This, for completing the highway heist. After completing the heist, we meet up with the gambler to discuss our next moves. Turns out our next move is taking down another 2 crews. One is called Shift Lock, a drifting crew, and the other one is called Riot Club, a drag crew. Also, there's runner missions for Jess, which I'll go over briefly and I'll not show you again because they're all the same. We start off with the runner missions. These are pretty simple but pretty boring at the same time, and mostly just escape the police, escape to a certain place, or collect or make deliveries in a certain amount of time. Again, they're all the same every chapter. I will not go over these again because there's no point. The first of 2 crews that we go after in this chapter is Shift Lock. The drift crew in the city. For this, simple enough, drifting, time trials, nothing too exciting. 6 missions altogether, and after we've completed them all, we defeat the league and get a trophy Underground Soldier. The second and final crew of this chapter is Riot Club. Drag Club in the city is all about the half and quarter mile races. Simple enough, I don't need to explain drag racing to you if you're watching this video. Whilst doing these races, we end up getting another miscellaneous trophy. The trophy is for doing a full drag race and getting perfect shifts throughout. After so, we get the trophy called Perfect Shift. After that miscellaneous trophy, complete all 6 races and defeat the leader of Riot Club, getting us a trophy, Big Sister, for beating the club. After defeating both of the crews, we've got another chapter finale. The finale is, all 3 of us have been set up by the house, sending us fake messages to meet at a certain location so we can be trapped by none other than the cops in the house, including the cop helicopter. Make a great escape, trying to escape the cops and get out of the city. But it's never that easy, as the helicopter has a kill switch embedded into the light. We can kill a car's engine and settings. We almost don't escape, at the last minute, Jess comes up with something brilliant and destroys the helicopter. After that, we finally make our escape and get the trophy for completing the chapter. Just like the start of every other chapter, we meet up with the gambler to discuss our next moves. We've got 3 crews to take down this time, starting off with Noise Bomb, Free Ember, Militia and Silver 6 League. We also have a runner mission, but of course I'll do that in the background, you don't have to see that. This time we'll just speed run through the crews. You've already seen it all and it's simple enough, it's the same thing over and over. Before we get into the crews, we do get a miscellaneous trophy, and it's for simply winning a race event with a modified live tuning setup as seen on the screen. After doing so, we win our first race with the settings and get a trophy, Tinker Tailor Racer Fly. The first crew we go for in this chapter is Silver 6 League, and after doing all the races, we defeat the league and get a trophy, Gallo Riviera. The next crew up after that is the Free Ember Militia Off-Road Racing Crew. We defeat them with Mac after completing all the races, defeat the leader and get a trophy, Faith Jones. And the last and final crew of this chapter is Noise Bomb, a drift crew that again Mac has to take down. After beating all his races, defeating the leader, we get a trophy, Aki Kimura. Although we beat all the crews in this chapter, there's still one trophy that we get just before the final mission. That trophy is for buying all available garage spaces. There's 4 around the map, and we buy our last, final one as Jess and get the trophy, the Mogul. After doing that trophy, that leads us to the chapter finale. In this one, we plan on stealing 2 of the house's cars, both gold plated. One's a Mercedes, one's a Lambo. But what we don't know is, whilst Mac steals the Mercedes and Tyler steals the Lambo, both cars have been rigged with bombs, and the house has planned on us stealing the vehicles. So after escaping the cops, even in a semi, put both of the cars in the back of a truck, Tyler and Rav take off explosives from the cars and deal with the cop problems at the same time. We make a grand escape. After doing so, we get a trophy, double or nothing, for stealing the 2 gold plated cars. Just like at the start of every chapter, we meet up with a gambler to discuss our next moves. Our next moves will be our last ones before the Outlaw Rush. The 3 crews that we're going after this time is a 1% Club, Hazard Company and Diamond Block. There will also be runner missions for Jess, but of course we'll miss them out, you won't even see them. We'll start off with the 1% Club. After winning all the races, defeating the boss in the final race, we get another trophy called Natalina Nova. Straight after that, we'll go after our second crew, Hazard Company, off-road crew that Mac has to take down himself. After doing all the races and beating their boss, we get the trophy, Boltzmann. And the last and final crew of the full game is Diamond Block, a drag crew that takes it to the extreme. Tyler has got this job to do himself. And after finishing all the races and beating the leader, we finally get our last trophy of the cruise, Metro Velocity. Because we beat all the crews now, there's only one mission left, and there's the Outlaw Rush. 3 races in total, the first being a street race, second being an off-road race, and the third one being a race against Lena, one-on-one. The first race went down quite easily, even with some opposition from the last 3 crews that we faced. The second race was just the same, even though it was heavy cop action. During this cop action, we actually get another trophy to take them down for taking down 100 police vehicles, bringing us to the last and final race, a point-to-point against Lena. After we win the race, we win the Outlaw Rush, we get to see Lena get exactly what she deserves. After all the cutscenes and the credits, we get a final trophy of the story against all odds for bringing down the house. Even though the story's finished, we've still got a lot to do, such as collectibles, the activities, and a lot of other miscellaneous trophies. We start off with some miscellaneous trophies, especially the derelicts. These derelicts are older cars stashed around the map. There's 4 parts altogether for one car. 5 cars altogether, but we only need to collect 1. Most importantly, it kinda needs to be the Bel Air car, as this is related to another trophy. First of all, we need to find the car. To do so, we go around the map using this map bit by bit to find parts to build the car. Once all parts are found, we build the car and we get a trophy, One Man's Trash, for assembling a derelict car. At the same time as getting the One Man Trash trophy, we also get the Cover Stars trophy. That's for simply owning the Bel Air, the Nissan Skyline GTR and the BMW M5, which is shown on the front of the game cover. Now that we have a derelict car, there's a few things we need to do with it. First of all, we need to get the car to the 399 performance level, which is the highest in the game. Easy enough, just buying 16 stock, catch up, and buying a few cards after that, getting us trophy of a man's treasure. After that, we need to win an event using said car, which again, easy enough to do. After we win the event, we get the trophy Scrappy Racer. After completing the same race, we get another trophy today called the Strategist. We're grinding a previous won event for speed cards, which are given at the end of the race. After finishing all the trophies related to the derelicts, we move on to another car-based trophy, 2 to be exact. We need to buy this Colin Seg, and for our first related trophy to this car, we need to win a race without damaging it. So it's easy enough to do 2 or 3 attempts on a short-based circuit, getting us a trophy 1500 bhp easy. The next trophy up using this car is called Hyperspeed. Simply just need to hit 240 miles per hour using any car, which is easier with the Colin Seg. The next trophies are all related to the brands of cards used to upgrade in your car. Getting a full set in your car slots gets you a trophy for each brand. For the Neck Tech brand, we get the trophy TechMate. For the Outlaw brand, we get the Outlaws on the Rise. The Chidori brand, we get Under the Hood. For the Americana brand, we get Hope and Glory. And for the Carbon brand, we get Carbon Cartel. The next thing on the list is the collectibles. There's 2 types of collectibles in this game, and the first one is the Gambler's Chips. 100 around the map, and we've been collecting them throughout the story, so we only had a few more to collect. To collect them all, we get the trophy All In. After collecting all the chips, we've got the billboards as well. Again, we've been doing these throughout the story, so we've only got a few to do. Once we smash through the last few billboards, we get the trophy Does Not Obey. After doing the collectibles, we've got another 2 miscellaneous trophies. The first one is the Comeback is Real. For this trophy, all we need to do is be last going into the final lap of a race. And whilst in that final lap, we still need to win the race. After doing so, we get a trophy. For the next trophy, we need to buy this BMW M5, and after buying it, we need to use this in a drift event and get a score over 350,000. After doing so and getting a score, we get the trophy Driving the Incredible. In Payback, for customising your vehicle, you have to unlock each area of the car. For unlocking all these areas, you get a trophy called the Artist. We've still got a few to do, and this is us doing our last few bits to get the trophy. One of those areas to unlock one of the customisation points was to beat a Roman racer. Now, we need to beat all the Roman racers around the map to get a trophy. However, there are some significant more than others. For example, Jess in the 1% club, we get a trophy for simply just beating her the first time. After that, if we beat the full 1% club in a Nissan GTR, we got a trophy for that as well. And after we beat all 4 Roman Racing crews and bosses, it would be 1% Club, which we've already done, the Silver 6s, the League 73 and Hazard Company. We get actually 2 trophies, the first one for beating all 4 bosses wherever I may roam, and a trophy for completing all events and beating all Roman racers. Who runs this town? That leaves us only one more thing to do in single player, and that is simply just complete the activities around the map. There's 4 activities around the map, first one being jumps, second one's being drifts, third one's being speed runs, and the fourth one's being speed traps. Start off with the jumps. Don't really need any explanation, just hit a certain amount of distance after hitting a jump. After doing them all, we get a trophy, ace highs. After that, we do the drifts. Hit a certain score going round corners for your drifts. After doing all of them, we get the trophy sideways style. Next up after that is all the speed runs. Maintaining speed over a certain distance at times through checkpoints. After completing all of them, we get the trophy flat out. Last and the final activity is the speed traps. Going through a certain point at a certain speed, after doing all of them, we get the trophy you've got the need. And for completing all the activities and getting 3 stars for all of them, we get the trophy Active Lifestyle. And our last and final trophy for the single player is Top Dog for reaching rep level 50. That leads us to the 2 and final trophies, both multiplayer. First one being for playing every event in a speed list, so for playing 1 full speed list, and for playing 10 races in a ranked session, so 2 full events. This wasn't hard. The hardest thing about it though was finding a lobby. We do get a first trophy for playing a full event called First Strike is Deadly. Then the next day I waited that long for another lobby, but we do get it. We complete 10 events in a ranked speed list. That trophy is called The Climb. And after that we get a platinum trophy. Now, do I really think this is worse than the 2015 Need for Speed? I would say so. Although it does have better servers than 2015, the fact that the cards are used for upgrades isn't very good. I don't like that at all. The fact that there's so many events for different cars, I'm not a fan of that either. You have to buy about 16 different cars with different specs. There's no point for it. And also, the fact that you can buy shipments with your own money. Maybe not so much a pay to win, but it can be used to your advantage in game, and it just takes the fun out of it. And I don't like that. It's not needed for a Need for Speed. So yeah, I do think it's worse, but it's very close. I don't think it's a landslide. The story wasn't very good either. You are playing up to 5 actual missions in the story for the chapter finales. The rest are just the same rinse and repeat. They could have had a little bit of difference in it, but it's definitely worse. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Let me know down in the comments what game you would like to see next, as well as if you think this is the worst Need for Speed. Hopefully I'll see you again in another video, and thank you for watching.